record?
Eating.
Okay, we're recording now too.
Perfect.
Okay, so I guess welcome back to another episode of Oops All Opinions. I listed our names on Spotify as Relax and That1Chick.
Love.
I
That's us.
don't know if we've always been very big on the anonymity of it all, of being like, we can't let them know who we are. I don't want them to know.
They should never know.
And I don't know why that is. People figured out who I was really quick when they were actually watching my stream. They're like, is your name actually blah, blah, blah? And I was like, no.
Yeah. No.
It's not. And then last night I was trying to upload my video from playing The Sims and it wouldn't work. So it's fine. All right.
Well,
Do you have
Are
any
you okay?
It'll be fine. It was just kind of another like kick in the crotch for the day that I was like, you know what? Sure.
Literally. Sure. Yep.
Before we jump into, because I told you I had a topic in mind, and before I tell you how I got there, do you have anything you want to cover on the podcast?
No, honestly, no. I will say I gave this advice to a friend yesterday, and they told me that it was ominous. But you kind of know what happened yesterday. Hey, anytime you feel a weird intuition in your chest, don't think of anyone's names.
Oh.
Keep that to yourself. Don't say any names out loud or think too hard about anyone. And that is an advice from me to the world.
Okay.
That's all.
I like that. I
That
also
oddly somehow goes with
So another thing I thought, I need to start taking notes in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, my thoughts are buzzing in my brain. And I had thought of a good outro of like basically being like, no, I don't remember, and it's not gonna be any good. Probably wasn't good at the time too, because it was 6 in the morning, but it was something along the lines of like, hey, we're not saying we're educated or right. Or like, oh no, it was as a reminder, these are just our opinions. You can argue with yourself. Like, essentially.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely. That is how I feel though. I am here to say my thoughts, and if you don't agree, that's your business actually. That's not my problem at all.
Yeah, we're just two dumb girls, to be honest. Not dumb. That's what I was gonna tell you. That's how it got here. I finished a book last night. And I was like, I'm going to go on Goodreads. I'm going to give it the best review. It was a great book. I go to read reviews. And people are like,
please.
They're like, the plot was so stupid. It didn't take a genius to figure out this surprise. I had no idea. The plot twist got me. Because when I'm reading, I'm not thinking ahead. I'm just like, his name is this. Nice. Or if there's a riddle, they're going to tell me eventually. If I need to know that there's a riddle, I'll know. I don't need to know right now. I don't need to think. I was reading and they slaughtered this book. I go into and I was telling Sam this, I was like, every media I consume, I'm just like, someone made this. That's so nice. Good for them.
I know.
Unless it's garbage.
Right.
Otherwise.
And to me, like, you actually can tell when it's garbage, and I think that other people, okay, I know that we started this by saying it's our opinion and they can all just suck it, but like, that's too much. You're doing too much.
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way. I was finishing a book a couple weeks ago, and when I was mentioning it to someone else, they're like, oh, that book, I hated that book. The plot was all over the place. And I was like, actually,
I feel like I wrote it. I feel connected to this book, and now I feel like you think I'm stupid.
Okay.
No, it made me feel dumb. I was like, do I have bad taste? Am I stupid? Am I simple? I spiraled then, was like that fear that you and I both have had where it's like, am I secretly dumb?
Yeah.
And everyone knows.
But also, at some point, I sit and I go, but did I have a good time? And my answer was absolutely yes.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm like, I don't know. They can be haters, and that's fine.
It just was like so funny because I was like, what a good book. Every book I've reviewed on Goodreads, 5-star. I'm like, that was really good.
I like really don't know a middle ground. I'm like, wow, did I have a great time or did I have a bad time? And that's how I rate it.
Literally, it's either 5 stars or 1 star.
Yes, but I feel the same thing about movies, though.
Same.
I'll go
Same.
watch a movie and someone's like, "How did you like it?" I was like, "I mean, I liked
I
it," and
loved
then
it.
I'll go like listen to reviews and people are like, "That was a piece of garbage," and I was like,
Literally.
"Okay,
Or like the
okay,
Rotten
well,
Tomatoes, I don't ever
I,
care what their reviews are. It's not going to change my
me
opinion.
neither."
People hate Marvel movies.
No,
I love them. I know what the
oh,
premise of a
they
Marvel
do.
movie is going to be. Love it. People bash those and I'm like, "No, it's a good time."
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really think, but also I'll be done with the movie and be like, "That was great. Don't ask me what happened."
Yeah, no clue.
I forget immediately. That's also why I like books. While I'm in there and I'm reading, I'm like, oh, I'm basically in this world. I live
Yep.
here. I know everything about. I know everyone's backstories, and then I'll shut the book at the end and be like, that was great. I don't know what happened.
I know. I know. Or I'm so consumed in that that's all I
Immediately.
think about is that's my new life.
Yes,
That's take. But yeah, no, I
I
just
know.
had that moment and I was like, am I stupid? Do I have bad taste? Probably.
No,
But
I
oh, sorry.
no, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I think that other people are critical in a way that like is unfair, and people are critical in a way that make people who like us, we're just here to enjoy
Yeah,
it. We're just here to have a good time. They're made to make us feel like we're dumb.
I think so. Like they're just but I kind of feel that way with like food and fine beverages because like to me, I've never been able to categorize food. Like if food tastes good, it tastes good. I've gone to
Yes.
fancy restaurants. I'm like, I feel like I could get this at Chili's. I have just
Yep.
as good of a time at Chili's. If it tastes good, but I'm also not a picky eater. But even like wine, I went on that dinner and they were like, this is a really expensive wine. It's super nice. And I was like, I think it tastes like my box.
Yes.
Yay! I love the
Yay.
box wine, but I guess I shouldn't say it tastes like my box. You know what I
Oh,
meant.
it has like hints of vagina.
This is familiar.
Wow, interesting.
Hmm.
Whiffs. Oh god, that was
Tastes
really
like
funny.
insecurity or anxiety? Self doubt? Tasty. Okay.
Wow, yum.
So, this morning, how I got to where I was with what I wanted to talk about for the themes.
Please, yes.
I woke
Now
up.
that we're done talking about vaginas.
We had to cover them. We had to talk about them at some point.
Absolutely.
Um, I woke up with the song "Look Good for You" by Selena Gomez. And she's talking
Ooh,
about the
okay.
marquee diamond, whatever. And then I started
Mm-hmm.
thinking about her and Benny Blanco and how as soon as she got engaged, people were like, "Oh, poor Justin. Oh, that's how does he feel?" And like they've been that weird battle back and forth about people wanting Selena and Justin back together and how he
Yes.
pines after her. And I was like, I hate that because
Me too.
everyone paints him as this romantic. Also, this is all allegedly. We are not bad mouthing any celebrity. They were
No,
at their
absolutely
worst
not. Never would.
together. What was that sound? Your computer or
Oh,
my computer? I don't
I
know.
have no
Hopefully it
idea. I
doesn't shut
didn't hear
down.
anything.
Okay, good, fine. Um, but I felt like they were both at their worst together. They both were allegedly
Yes.
on drugs. They were the toxic couple, but I feel like that's what it feeds into people being like, you need this super toxic love for it to be good love. Essentially, it needs to be
Mm-hmm.
tumultuous.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the theme of the book I was reading last night, where she was like caught between these two boys, and like one was like the safe, perfect, secure type. Someone's fanatic said, I blame him. I blame Justin too. He sucks. I'm always on Selena's team on this.
Okay, you do. Okay, when it comes to that couple, I would say that it blame Justin, but I don't know why. Like, have a little. I wasn't a believer. I
Right.
wasn't any of those things, but like, I have a weird soft spot for him. Like, truly, honestly, he could be terrible. I don't know why, but like
Yeah.
now people are like, he's out there disheveled. I was like, he just didn't shave. What do you mean? He's just outside. But again, he could be terrible. But
Yeah.
in that relationship, I do correct blame him.
So Venture made a good point. Do you ever see her really doing toxic crap? And the answer is no. I had not seen Selena really do anything that was outlet. Like, I think there was someone was
I
trying to
like
get beef
before.
with her and Kylie Jenner or
Mm.
one of the Jenners. I don't care which.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
that was
yeah.
about it. I mean, he was, which granted, he's very angsty teen.
He is, yes.
Forever. But yeah,
Yeah.
they were both into drugs at the time. So I just think we have painted this narrative where if your relationship is not back and forth. It's not hot. It's not fighting. It's not worth it, is how it comes across. Which then I was like, yeah, but so many people push second chances. And so that's where I landed is, do you believe in second chances? Is there circumstances where you believe in second? Which I know you and I are probably going to have differing opinions. But before we jump into these, because I think we'll both decide at the end, would you give this person, if it was you, a second chance?
Sure.
Okay, so from your gut, number one, are there instances where you feel like someone should get a second chance? What are they?
I would say yes, but it absolutely not even just depends on the situation. It depends on the person and the intention behind whatever it was. Because the same two separate people can do the exact same thing and both come back at the exact same time later, and I could have a different answer for each of them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the answer is yes, but also hard no's.
Yeah.
I really like it's one or the other, and to me, it depends on the person or the situation behind it.
Okay. So you're a soft, maybe leaning yes. You could be convinced most of the time.
I could be convinced most of the time. People really can catch me with their words, and that's gotten me in trouble a few times. But one day I'll learn my lesson. I'm 30.
Well, okay. So I have a very, and I think you already know this because I'm kind of a butthole. Oh, yeah. Venture wants to add into the Justin. He might have started out as a nice guy, but became a scumbag and always will be. The guy was stunted by the industry, leeches, and pushers. I agree.
Agreed.
I think that there was times where he was treated weird by adult celebrities. He tried to outbreak, but he did do scummy stuff that I feel like others, even in his situation, haven't done. So yeah, he was scummy to her. Yes. I think people need to leave her alone about Justin. I think people need to leave Haley alone about Justin. She did not deserve that shit. Ouch. My cat jumped off me.
All around, I will say all around, trying to get them back together for how many years has it been? They were teenagers.
Yeah, they were children.
Yeah, like that's so, I don't understand that at all anymore.
Yeah.
We didn't really understand it at the beginning, but definitely not now.
Yeah, Venture thinks that his name will come up in Diddy trials. Yeah, I could see it. I don't know.
I think so.
I think he's probably involved. I could see him. He'll be on the list one way or the other. It could be a victim, allegedly. I do
think so.
Yeah. I think there was some not great things either way.
Yeah, I do think he will be on the victim side.
He definitely was groomed by him. Yes. Sorry, that was reading the comment. Yes.
Yeah. No, agreed.
So, okay. So my opinion on second chances. I'm more of I think if things didn't work out the first time, you can't really expect them to work out the second or the third. There are instances where if you were both like in high school and you dated for like a minute, you go separate ways, you come back together, sure. I just think there's a lot of scenarios. Like I was listening to a podcast today where they were talking about like the belief in like right person, wrong time. I don't believe in that. I just genuinely am if it's the right person, it's the right time. Like it'll be how it is. I could be completely wrong. I can be dissuaded. The only circumstance is if like my circumstances in which I say yes, give a second chance are going to be very, very slim. But that could be from my personal experience. I didn't really give second chances.
Sure.
Not a lot of things deserve second chances. But also I just I'm a very decisive person that I can't really be convinced once I'm set. Like if I've decided we're not together ever again. Don't look at me. You know what I mean?
Don't look at me.
So Venture said people hardly ever change, only their baggage changes. And that's what I'm saying right there. That people hardly ever change, only their baggage changes. I couldn't agree more. I think, I don't know. I feel like if you have the instinct to end things with someone, leave it as it is. Leave it as, and so I'll be curious to see where we land. I haven't read any of these. I just went through, so it's not even the am I the asshole, it's r/advice is where I'm pulling from, and I searched up second chances. Some of them are long, not a lot of them have traction from people, but we're going to try it. All right. So this one's 2
Perfect.
months ago. And it is, should I give him a second chance? A little bit of context before I start. My 21 female boyfriend, 22 male. We always have to clarify. That always trips me up. She's 21. He's 22. I don't know why I can't read it and understand it. It's
23.
like, no, 21, 22.
Oh, I thought you said 23.
I could have.
Okay, I'm on board.
I could have. Okay. I don't know how else to address him right now. Oh boy.
Okay, well.
We have been
But
together.
also, I will say,
Yeah.
sorry, when it comes to other people, I am a big advocate for a dumping.
I know. That's
So I don't
real.
really know. It's like I am such a big, like you said, I don't really know how to address him right there, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's it. I'm
Literally,
don't
as
ever,
soon as I
don't
start
ever
writing
take
it,
back.
I'm like, you know where it is. So,
Yeah, you know where it is. So
um,
take my advice at the beginning. Don't take that one. Take everything I say from now on, because that's what I mean. Don't take my personal.
you're like, for me, everyone gets a second
For
shot.
me,
For you,
everyone gets a second
never
chance.
give it to him. Okay.
Jump
Please give
in,
your
never
cat
come back.
Okay. So they've been together for a while now and even have a child together. Those are babies. 21 and 22? That's so young.
Baby.
Wow. Okay. When we first met, which this is going to change everything. A kid?
Okay.
I don't know.
It makes it more difficult, but it also is important. If this is like bad, it's important to actually. I bring people back because I'm only me. If I hurt
Right.
anyone's feelings, it's going to be my own. But another person, specifically a child, you need to think more about. I guess.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have children. Just for context immediately,
no.
we have no children. I have a ton of animals. I have no children.
Yeah.
Okay. Venture said, "Oh my god," and I agree. I think it's to the baby age. I hope they're agreeing.
Yeah.
We're gonna assume. All right.
Yeah.
When we first met, we were both in a pretty low place in our lives and were abusing substances. I never pick funny ones. I'm sick of this. I picked the worst things. Oh my god. I'm like, what if
You're
I
always
could pick
like,
the
ooh,
darkest?
this one sounds so good. How about we're really on drugs and
I need to start proofreading. No family planning with no clue how have a healthy relation. Yeah, that's a lot. That's super young. I agree, Venture.
Yes, babies.
We found comfort in each other and wanted each other to succeed and enjoy life. I ended up in the psych ward and received help, and I'm now sober and clean and raising my son who's 5 months old now. Good for you. Good.
Oh, 5 months.
Yeah, that's a baby.
Oh,
that's
okay.
teeny.
Baby.
My partner has diagnosed schizophrenia and is on court-ordered release treatment for it. He's also an alcoholic and drug abuser. Holy, I don't know why I gotta proofread. No more. All right.
No, you're great. I love this.
Okay. He has absolutely.
You can put it out there for us to read, you know?
That's true. Drug baby, probably.
So,
that's probably a good point, Venture. I'm sure you're right, honestly. Could be. He has absolutely no control when it comes to it, and it's got so bad that he traded his car for $500 worth of meth. I know some couples are okay with porn, but I personally don't appreciate my significant other watching other women sexually because it genuinely makes me self-conscious and insecure, and I've told him that. He promised me he will stop and change, but I'm still yet to see change. She needs to do some time for that. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this. Not to mention, when I was around 6 months pregnant, he cheated on me and only told me when our son was around 2 months old. He claims it wasn't a big deal because it was only head. But it was the fact he messaged her, went to her house, drank with her, and allowed that to proceed at all, and then hide it from me for months. He had claimed he had lined up therapy for himself, is now on medication to help control his addictions, and is actively looking for work now that he's getting his shit together, but I'm just so skeptical. He has made so many hopeful promises to me that never happened, so now I'm just losing hope. I don't even want to finish this one. I really did love this man, and I really want him to get better and do better. I thought now that our son's here, things would be different, but it's just not. I don't know what to do. Venture said she needs to do some time, and the guy who got her knocked up. Yeah, I think that they were adults when they got pregnant. The 5 months old, I think, that's pretty young. I think that they're currently this age. Currently, yeah, who's now 5 months old.
Currently,
okay. Tell him to call her when he's on his 12th chip. Yeah, I honestly, no. I know he's going through a lot. That is not your problem. That kid, I know we were like, it depends on kid. Kid needs to not be in that environment.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, you can hop yourself back into a situation, but as soon as the kid's involved, you
you are
just
done.
can't do
Yep.
that. Yeah. So no, it will take a lot of. This is coming from someone who, like, experienced literally just one of all of one part of all of those things she mentioned. Uh, it's gonna take more than a couple months, babe, and that's minimum. And like hopping back in, he told you, first of all, he cheated on you and told you when your kid was 2 months old. It's only been 3 months since you've known, but it happened so long ago. Like, only one of those things would have knocked it out for me.
No, and him gaslighting her to be like, it wasn't a big deal. It's only head. What?
Right.
What? That?
Yep.
No, I mean, I think this is
Selling a car for $500.
for
Sorry,
drugs crazy.
that
Yeah, where
too.
you? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like in this instance, without the kid, I would say leave that man alone. You get away from him.
Hmm.
His mental health is
Hmm.
not on you. Like first and foremost, that's like on someone. With the baby, you have to stay away from that man. Get away from that
Run.
man. Get his rights.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Hmm.
Wow, I'm so glad we started off with such a good fun one. Oh, I do have a question.
Such a light little. Oh,
I
such a light
these
one.
nice little like pick me ups. No, that's awful. Don't mind that. I'm trying to get her out of my computer. Don't. That looked like I just flung my cat around. She's fine. She's okay. Just go to the courts for his paycheck. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of like. Oh
Yeah.
sideways.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I realized that my light is terrible and I need to change it. So BRB, I'm
Okay.
I'm back in about 2 seconds. Sorry, I thought that I could stay sideways and I didn't. So apologies.
I do have a question, and you don't have to give your opinion, but I am curious.
Sure.
Not in this scenario because that man has a lot going on. How do you feel about porn in relationships? How are you personally feeling about it?
I think it depends on the relationship with the two people. Like, if you have a very good, like, healthy
Mm-hmm.
sex life and everything's fine, then like, not hopefully you don't need it, but like a, a conversation has to be brought up. I think that just doing it now, I picture living together. Like, at the beginning of a relationship, you both live at home,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Like, that is what it is. But if you're living together, I feel like that's a different thing
Mm-hmm.
where, hey, I'm right here,
Right.
type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think it depends on if the person feels like they're sneaking to do it. I don't like
Yeah, I
that.
don't like that. That to me breaks. I feel like once you're in a relationship, I feel like it kind of goes in the line of like consent and like understanding boundaries
Yeah,
because everyone's
absolutely.
different.
Hmm.
No, I agree with what you're saying. Great. Thanks for your opinion. I'm not gonna give
You're
mine.
so
No, I'm just
welcome.
kidding. No, mine's in line too. I think it. Yeah, like I really think it depends on the scenario. Like if they're an addict, no, I think you gotta
Right,
leave that alone.
right.
Um,
If, but also it's like, do both of your libidos, are they matching up? I
right.
know that's probably not, but like that, then that is now a conversation for something else.
Yeah.
Like, why do you feel like you have to? Like, if they feel like they have to watch it, it's like, why
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like you have to rather than having me?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's like the reason behind using it, I guess.
Yeah. Because
But
like
some
if
people are really into it, and
yeah
that's
that like if the person's not home, like if they're traveling, I don't really care. Do whatever you want.
sure. Yeah.
I'm not around.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Same.
So
Right.
we're going all over the topics. We're only gonna read Reddit, and we're
Hey,
like, actually, here's my stories.
actually, here's vaginas, and here's the porn.
And fancy wine tastes like my box.
In fact, fancy wine tastes like my box.
Okay. Have you found one? Are you staying on topic or are you going to go rogue?
I did stay on topic, but I also stayed with "Am I the Asshole?" because I love to
Mm.
judge people.
Ooh, those are
So
fun.
this one is not. This was not a lover thing. It's a friendship.
Ooh, second chances in friendship is so
Yeah,
good. Okay,
yeah.
love that.
Um, and this again, I didn't read it. We're gonna get into some topics apparently, but it just says, "Am I the asshole for not giving my friend a second chance?" That's all I know. Uh, New account since I've never made a Reddit post before. About a year ago, my friend at the time, let's call her Liv, 18 female, and myself, 18 male. First of all, they're babies, 18. So, uh, we're very close friends and would hang out about once a week. She also has a group of friends that she is also close with, and we all went to the same school, so I knew them, but we weren't close. They would do group hangouts and parties. At first, I didn't think anything of it, especially since it was her other friends that were planning the events, and I didn't want to intrude and figured that they just didn't like me. However, it was about to be Liv's birthday, so I asked her what she was doing to celebrate, and Liv said she was having a party. I asked when it was, and she said that it was that Saturday so that all of her friends could be there. I asked what time it was, and she asked me why I wanted to know. I said, so I know what time to be there, lol. She then said that I wasn't invited since it was mainly going to be her friend group. This hurt, but I figured it was her birthday and that she can celebrate however. Regardless, I got her a gift and dropped it off at her house. I moved on. Once our senior year ended, she started to hang out and talk less. I think that meant she started
Hang
to hang
out
out with them
less
more.
and talk less.
Yes, and talk less. So I asked her if she was okay, and she just said she was fine. A couple weeks later, she just stopped hanging out with me altogether and would still text me. Later in the week, my uncle and grandma passed. Oh, R.I.P.
This poor little guy.
Poor baby.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I sent her a text saying that I wasn't doing great and needed someone to hang out with. She said that she wasn't up to hanging out. This really hurt me, and so I sent a long message about how she was my best friend and that her friendship means so much to me, but that she has been really pushing me and making it difficult to stay friends. She then said that she was busy with her other friends before they moved away to college, which, to be fair, I was going to my local community college, so I was staying in town. But this made me feel like a backup and not really valued. I tried telling her that I totally get that, but she's basically ignoring me. She then said that I was being overly dramatic and that I was making a big deal out of it. No, I was going to say that real quick. No. Or either that or you and I, drama queens.
Literally.
We're super dramatic. So, fast forward a few weeks, and I asked her what she was doing for the weekend, and she said she was just staying home and not doing anything. I then got invited to go to a party with someone in Liv's friend group. Let's call her K, 18F, female. And I went. When I showed up, Kay walked up to me, greeted me with a hug. At this point, I figured she didn't like me since Liv made it a point to not invite me to events with her and Liv's friends there. I said hello and looked around to see who was there, and Liv was there. I was immediately confused and started to walk over to her. She saw me coming and immediately went into the bathroom. This upset me. I tried to do this a few times to the same result, so I left and blocked.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. It cut you out. So he
Oh,
blocked her.
yeah, he blocked her, and uh, he left and blocked her on everything, and now he wonders if he's the asshole for doing that, or should he have tried to at least work things out?
Um no, Liv sucks.
Yeah,
Um
Liv sucks, and like she's clearly lying. She clearly doesn't want to hang out with you. She's just not telling you.
cuz you're allowed to get new friends, and you know, we've
Sure,
been about to we've been together. We've been friends
we've been
for
together, basically.
21, almost 22 years. There are
Yeah,
times that someone's gotten a new friend, and it's never felt like a replacement, or it was never
right.
anything that was just like, no. Like, also, I laughed when she was like, "Why do you want to know when my birthday is?" What do you think, dummy? Like,
Yeah, like why? Why are you asking all these questions about my birthday party?
yeah, like, I guess, no, again, they're 18. He's not going to remember this one day, truthfully. Like, it's not going to
No,
matter. But no, she does not want to be your
no,
friend, or
she doesn't.
you can't be someone can't treat you like an option like that as a friend.
Mm-mm.
So,
No,
no, I think blocking's the best choice. I would just stay away from her.
you're a blocker.
Mm-hmm.
You do block. I have a hard time blocking, but my reason is because I like to know when they think about me. Because
Yeah,
someone's gonna text me,
yeah.
and I do like that.
Wow, my camera went
But
blurry. There.
here, I did see that. You're good now. Here it's like I think that's the best choice for him because I think that him keeping her number and like keeping her things is only going to make it worse for
Yeah,
him. She clearly doesn't care.
yeah,
So I think for him, that's what he needed to do.
yeah,
I am so curious. Actually, I'm not. A part of me was like, I'm so curious about what her mind was doing, but also I think they're 18.
yeah,
She just doesn't want to hang out with you anymore. She doesn't know. She's not telling you.
yeah. She found newer, better
So,
friends in her mind, so
right.
go find someone that'll
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Agreed.
We hate Liv. You know what? Freya
We
doesn't
hate
seem so
Liv.
bad from last week, does she?
That's what I'm
Freya was a
saying.
concerned friend.
Bring Freya back. He should be friends with Freya since she got kicked out of her little friend group.
Yeah, go get Freya. I think the age difference would be... Nope, they were all college kids, so...
They're college.
All right,
Yep.
let's see if
BFFs.
I can find another super fun one.
Kind of super depressing.
So I picked this one because it's in all caps, so... I want to shout it. Should I give him a second chance after he hurt me for 10 years straight? And I was like, wow, how old is this person? So I'm scared because I'm laughing going into this with a hee hee
10
time.
years?
10 years.
Okay.
All right. But then I saw the first line and we're both going to be okay. Just know that this is definitely a child writing this.
Love. Okay.
This guy that I know, 18 male. Our connection spans 9 years, starting in 4th grade. I'm already not going to take it serious, and I'm going to go. Okay? Because everything
Okay,
18,
here's the thing. I'm not going to take it seriously because it only reminds me of the people who sucked in high school, who thought that they were together for so long.
Yeah.
We've been together since grade school.
Yeah, like, I think a friendship, like, being like, we've been friends for 21 years, impressive.
Yes.
Really cool. You tell me you're dating the same person since you were 9, I don't care. That's not real. But
and I hope you break up.
I think it's just so funny that at 18, you're like, half my life. And it's like, yeah, but you've barely been alive.
Right.
Literally.
The fact that half of your life is 9, my niece is 9.
Yeah. Like.
She's literally a baby.
Yeah. So so this one, I only did it because of the all caps. Being 18, what a fun time. I'm not trying to badmouth 18-year-olds. You're all great. You're perfect. Things
I will.
seem
You're perfect, but also...
Things seem so big. Do I remember much from when I was 18 that bothered me? No. At this point in my life, no, I don't remember anything. That was 12 years ago.
But did I also almost try to off myself on random days? Yeah, because it seems literally huge.
So once you get out of high school and you're like, oh, these people don't matter, you kind of pick and choose who you like. Incredible.
It was wonderful.
I recommend to everyone. So
yeah,
leave your hometown.
Get out of high school and leave your hometown. That's exactly Get out of high school and leave. Go run away. Do that.
Even if you're a big city, you gotta move away from something. You gotta get out of that small area. Something. Anywhere.
Yep.
All right. So anyways.
Okay, please. Are we screaming the entire time? Or just the title?
No, it was just the intro. The title of it was just really... And this was a year ago. So now they're 19. They're probably more wise. Okay. Starting in 4th grade. I had a crush, but he turned into my bully, impacting my self-esteem with comments about my body. Too fast. We made jokes too fast. All right. Despite this, we dated briefly in 6th grade. Okay, so he was a 4th grade bully. Weren't we all? Not really 4th grade. I mean, we were beefing on the playground. So...
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
Yes.
Despite this, we
Don't bring that up.
It's okay.
You said, weren't we all, and stared me in my
Weren't
eyes.
we all bullies? Not me, but weren't
Hey,
you?
remember the one time that you were a huge bully in fourth grade? It was fifth grade.
It was
No, it was fourth.
it was fourth
It
because of
was
who the
fourth.
teacher was. You didn't get in trouble, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. My bully lives on
No.
with me. Okay. I gotta stop moving. I keep making my camera
Oh, I
blurry because
love
it's like
you.
we're okay. All right. So they dated briefly in 6th grade. 7th and 8th grade saw us in separate relationships. And in 10th grade during COVID, we rekindled our connection. They were in 10th grade at COVID. That's so young.
That is so young.
Okay, they rekindled their connection in 10th grade. You remember how you've rekindled a lot of things? I'm being
Yeah.
such a jerk. I just like
No,
romantic stuff in high school is so wild.
I agree. There are some times where I really appreciate that I didn't do this. At the time, it felt like the worst thing to ever happen. It was so embarrassing, and I didn't like whatever. But now I'm like, oh, thank God.
Or
Thank God I didn't have these big feelings
oh, I did.
towards someone specific
Yeah.
in high school. I think my little virgin self just being that it saved me a lot of those
Mhm.
this times me would have been nuts.
Yeah, I mean I've been a little lover kid my whole life. I was in love all throughout school. Lover kid's a
Yeah, it
weird
was
thing to
so
say.
adorable.
But
No, I love
I
that.
had big feelings, but looking
Yeah,
back on the like greatest romances of high school life, they would last like a month. It was
exactly.
like a whirlwind romance. So like the rekindling, I'm
Yes.
like, this is so funny. Also, that it's just like they've been on and off again from like junior high to high school. I'm just like, been there. Like
Been there.
I had
I bet that school is small.
I it has to be, right? Like
Yeah.
I had one classmate, we dated every summer because we never saw each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that nice?
Summer boyfriends.
Yeah, didn't
Oh,
talk.
I didn't have
And
that.
then we'd get back into school and we'd break up. Cuz, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Mine were always not long term, long distance.
Mhm.
And we also just never saw each other.
It worked perfect.
It was
No,
wonderful. That's
it's
the way to
so
do it.
funny. Okay, I love. So anyways, this one I just saw a scary word, so we'll see. It says dark turn.
Okay.
Of course. Okay.
Okay.
Um
He was already your bully.
yeah, your bully turned romance. It's a trope. It's
And
a
then
book
on
trope.
and off. Got it.
Yep. So,
Got it.
they rekindled 10th grade. Things took a dark turn when he threatened a suicide attempt due to depression. While this was going on, he randomly ghosted me, causing emotional turmoil. Dark. Every single one I pick has to have a lot of elements where it's like, we shouldn't have laughed, you know?
Hey,
Very
we
sad.
laugh at what we know.
I know, that's true. We're
We
going
laugh at
based
what we
off.
know, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
He later admitted,
No, super sad. And
yeah,
that's like
horrible.
the time
Oh,
that like
yeah,
time is so hard because
it
again,
is.
all of these feelings are so
It's
big.
encompassing. It's everything. And like
Yeah.
it does break my heart when like someone in high school goes through something like that because it's
Me
just like
too.
I get like I know that in that moment it is everything, but they're so young and they don't even have the chance to see like
Yeah.
yeah, we talk about being cranky old ladies all the time, but I wouldn't
Right.
trade being 30 for being 18 ever.
Me neither. I joke about like, yeah, junior year was the time where that was like the worst years of my life.
Yep.
The one year was the worst years of my life. And that like that was something I definitely thought about
Oh yeah.
as a 16-year-old.
Oh, for
And so
sure.
it's like, and then I look back and I was like, what was your problem at
Oh.
16? Like, what actually was going on? And the answer now is nothing. But
Yep.
at the time,
Oh
like,
my
it
gosh.
was overwhelming. Like, so I couldn't imagine,
No.
especially during COVID, especially during now. I do feel like such an old lady. Like, oh, back in our day, we
I
didn't have
know.
all those things. But like, I would rather pick being a teenager when we were teens
Yes.
rather than now. In so many more times, I would rather
Yep.
do that than be a teen now.
No, I mean there was online bullying at the time, but it was like you had to be at your computer to go on Facebook to get bullied on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like it was not the
Yep.
same. We didn't care. I like But now everything's so connected, and I can't imagine, because I know, like, even being in like grade school, if your friend fought with you and you felt like you had no one, like it was that emptiness. So yeah, like you
Yeah.
get into high school and you have a friendship fight, 100%. So even though we're
Yeah.
laughing and giggling about stuff, this is for real. We understand. Like, we're not 18 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We can sympathize. That's not the part that's funny. It's just kind of reminiscing on being like, high school's crazy.
High school is crazy.
But if you can get through it, life's pretty dope as an adult.
If we could get through a lot of the things that we got through, being an adult is the coolest thing in the world. It's
100%.
stressful, super stressy. Do I go to sleep sad sometimes? Do
Yeah.
I make bad decisions still as an adult? Of course. But like I never understood when adults would say that to me. I never understood when adults would say like these things are so small. And so I am like acknowledging that
Yep.
at the time it
Yes.
feels huge.
No, for
But
sure.
then you add a few years and I don't remember those things.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember the people's names that made me sad.
No, 100%.
So, yes, we'll giggle and all that on the reminiscing of how it feels like
Yeah.
I forget. Like I forget that I felt those things then, but at the time that was all I felt. So we're giggling about this little 18-year-old and we joke that like they're babies, but at
At the time,
18
yeah.
those are huge.
Yep. Yeah. So we're just saying that. Again,
Just putting it
argue with
out there.
yourselves about your opinion. We're not being
Yep.
dissensitive. This is just
Nope.
being 18, being in love. Oh, what the time.
Both of those things together sucked, but
Oh,
also fun, love.
yeah, so much fun. We had no
So
responsibilities, but now I get to come home after responsibilities and no one can bother me, and I get to choose my responsibility because I don't have children. That's its own discussion.
absolutely. Oh yeah, that's one thing. Oh yeah, I'm like, oh my god, I can just come home and do whatever I
I
want, and I'm like,
know.
oh well.
Not everyone can. Sorry. Sorry. We'll do a discussion at that point. But, anyways, okay.
Yes.
So, he later admitted to ghosting me for an ex girlfriend. The only reason he admitted it was because I saw him on his older sister's Snapchat story, so he couldn't deny it. Damn, that Snapchat will get you. Despite the betrayal, I gave him a second chance, only to face more emotional manipulation and insensitive remarks about my choices. Post quarantine, he told me he wanted to rekindle something with me. I agreed. School started again, and he eventually met this girl. We will call her A. Ugh, she is Pretty Little
She
Liar.
sucks. Yeah.
Shh. I know. It's Mona. I knew he liked
No,
A,
please.
but denied his feelings for her. Eventually, wait, so, oh, he met this girl at school. I was like, where did A come from? I missed it. All right.
Okay, she out of the abyss.
Yeah.
Got it.
So she knew he liked A, but denied his feelings for her. Eventually, he compared us, making hurtful comments. He because so rude and cold to me, and even said, "That's not funny." I know they're writing with emotion. I I'm not quite sure what was trying to be said. Maybe he became so rude. Okay, he became
Okay,
so
yeah.
rude and cold to me, and even said, "I don't know why I keep treating you like shit. I just do." Been there, sweetie.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
distanced myself, but he reappeared. He's a ghost.
Ooh.
He's a phantom. He did ghost
He
her,
was pumped
so
up. Whoa.
I know. He reappeared, taking advantage of me during a vulnerable moment while we were high together. That was supposed to be him apologizing and us talking about what happened between me, him regarding A. I'm
Okay.
not going to take it again. I think I understand, maybe. Despite
Yeah.
this, I
Yeah.
forgave him when he explained his reasoning for taking advantage of me and doing all these horrible things was his struggle to fit in during our childhood and how he deeply regrets it. They don't have to go into context, but what do you mean? Did he sexually take advantage of you emotionally? Like,
Right.
I need to know what you mean. Because that would kind of
I
balance
kind
my
of.
answer too. Either way, get out. Any of those is bad.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, no, you
Running.
run.
Running away. Run. Run.
Run away.
Run.
So now I'm not sure. But, anyways, in May 2023, I confronted him about him taking advantage of me while we were high together, and he apologized. Despite this, I forgave him when he explained his reasoning for Oh, they rewrote that. Okay. I was like, I just read that.
Okay. I did too. I was like, wait. When did this? Okay.
So they
Well,
just wrote the thing.
redo.
I forgave.
Remix.
So they wrote the despite. I forgave him for the childhood. They wrote it again in May 2023 that he did that
Okay.
again. So I didn't speak to him again. Now, in November 2023, he reaches out. During his reach out, he reveals a suicide attempt that he's in the hospital for. He literally almost died. Despite our troubled history, I'm conflicted about giving him another chance, feeling sympathy due to his recent crisis, seeking guidance on whether to trust him once more. I also feel wrong for even feeling sympathy for him, considering how much he put me through the years. It feels wrong to even feel bad, but I do and I do care about him. What should I do?
I will say feeling sympathy is a good human thing.
Yes.
You can feel that. You do not have to give him another chance. Those can be completely separate things. I think that it's good and it's healthy to feel sympathy towards people even if they wronged you, but you do not have to bring them back into your life and you do not have to give them another chance to feel those feelings. In my opinion, they can be separate things.
Yep.
So I don't want her to feel guilty about feeling sympathy.
Yeah, the comment, there's not very many, but someone said you should never give someone a second chance out of pity. Don't set yourself on fire just to keep someone else warm. So, you matter too, and really if you give someone a chance out of pity, you're not doing them any favors. And then the one comment said, if a pair of shoes hurt my feet for 10 years, I wouldn't think I should put these on again. And then that OP said, fair enough. Again, 2 for 2, dark. Not looking forward to my third one. Not clear. It's super long, so now I'm even more scared of like, did I pick another bummer? Oh well, that's fine.
Yeah, no, I don't. That is a situation that a second chance does not need to happen, but I don't want anyone to ever start questioning if they should feel sympathy for people going through a big thing.
Yeah.
Like clearly he's going through things, so you can feel sympathy. But those are two separate thoughts.
And don't be cruel also, during that. Just
right. But also if she was like, hey, actually I don't feel sympathy and I don't care about that person, that's fine too.
Yeah, honestly.
Please also know that you can feel that too. I'm not saying you have to feel sympathy. I'm saying if you do, it's okay.
Yeah, you're a good person. You can have those things, but yeah, I don't give that person another chance. It doesn't like, and that's the thing that I think is a big hang up when you're that age is someone's being like, well, and maybe it's different now with like so much mental health awareness, is someone being like, I'm actually going to kill myself because you're not with me. And I felt like that was, I heard that so many times. And it, like,
I did too.
It does feel so scary. And like, I mean, I even had an experience where I literally, they kept holding that over my head. It was a very bad relationship. And so I finally, because they were like, I'm going to do it and it's going to be your fault. And I was like, the actions you take are not my fault. Like,
correct.
I didn't word it like that because I was 18, but I was just like, hey, if you do that, it's not me. Like, that's not my fault. No one's going to blame me. I can't control what you do.
Nope.
And it worked. It stopped the conversation. So don't let anyone put that on you. I don't know who I think listens to our podcast right now. It's us. And Venture Fanatic.
And
love that.
Shout out to you, Venture.
I don't know if they're still here. They had great input. Loved it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. All right.
Where were they on?
They were on Kick.
I just didn't see a comment. Okay, that may be a comment or a thing for another time. I just can't see anything. Like I can't see if people do that. But that could be for later.
Oh, I guess the only thing would be to have do you have the channel open?
I didn't have it big.
That'll do it.
All right, well.
We fix it now. We solve problems live.
Live and in online.
Man, it goes by so fast.
I made it small. I know.
It's already been it's been 50 minutes. That's so crazy. Not saying, I'm just saying, like, that's wild.
Yes. I made it small because my camera is in my way, so I moved it over. But now that it's big, I can see chat. Hi, chat.
Wow.
Okay, my other one, I'm still in Am I the Asshole because I just love
Yep.
those. And
Those
people
are good.
are asking for the opinion, you
Yeah.
know?
No, I love
People
it.
are asking if they're the asshole. But this one is, you're going more like relationships and I'm going for other
Yeah.
people, other
Love
things.
it. Yeah.
So this one is, am I the asshole for telling my dad it's his own fault my siblings don't speak to him and that he doesn't deserve a second chance?
I'm going to probably go ahead and say, no, you're not the asshole for saying that most of the time.
Nope. And also, your dad's probably the asshole.
Yeah, your dad
I'm
probably
gonna go out
sucks.
on a limb. Your dad probably sucks. Um, perf. Trying to stay as neutral as possible. My mom and dad split up when I was 6, my brother was 9, and my sister was 11. We lived 50-50 with each parent. Wild. Living 50-50. I am a child of divorce. I never understood the complete 50-50 thing. That seems like a crazy life.
That
And
would be
that's just me
hard.
coming from like an every other weekend girly
Yeah.
until I was 8. Uh, but 50-50, or like some people do like 1 year in school here and then the other year in school here. Anyway, that just, it caught me off guard. As someone who did some of that, wild. When my brother was 10, so they split when he was 6, brother was 9, sister was 11. So when my brother was 10, he was diagnosed with ADHD. The doctor said that he should take stimulant medication for it, but my dad was really nervous about medicating him and instead did a ton of research on the non medication therapies that can help instead. He put my brother on a special diet and exercise routine and was super strict with him about his schedule and memory exercises. My mom did this on her time too, but was only half as strict about it. Like she'd only make one meal for all of us and let my brother play video games and take him running with her instead of making his special food and saying his after school weekend time could only be for homework and exercise the way my dad did. First of all, you're
Hmm.
going to put your child with ADHD on a diet and exercise routine
I
instead of meds?
All right, maybe controversial. I don't think that that's that crazy because ADHD does thrive on scheduled lives. And so
Sure.
I feel like as a parent, I would probably be a little nervous about medicating as well. Like because I
Oh,
do feel like
for sure.
unfortunately, like not to sound like a crazy person. I don't care. It's my opinion. Fight with yourself. Again,
It is. Yeah. Yep.
I think we're very quick as a society to medicate people. Do people need medication?
I do too.
Absolutely. There's no shame in it. 10,
Yep.
yeah, he could need it. I'm not opposed to the dad being like, we put on a strict regimen that you exercise, you eat this, and it will help you stay on a scheduled thing.
Mhm.
Truthfully, I mean, the mom him and her probably should have talked through what they could agree upon because to me, it's not going to do him any good if she's also not sticking to what the dad's doing. Like if she's not keeping him scheduled, that's
Mhm.
probably questionable. But I'm just not pro medicate everyone. I don't think that should be
I'm
first
not
option.
either. I don't think that should be first option, but I think that every time that this kid has free time, he's exercising or like if I was on a strict diet,
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
is coming from someone who was a big kid as a kid. Like if I was on a strict diet and exercise plan as a child, I think that that could also mess you up as an
Yeah,
adult.
I think having no downtime not going to work. I think they could have
No.
meshed both parents. They needed to agree though.
Mhm.
Hey, make sure at this time he sticks to doing homework from X time to the X time. He gets an hour of gameplay or however long they decide because I do think it's important cuz yeah, the kid's going to break if he doesn't. But like
Right.
they needed to meet in the middle. But yeah, I don't know. I've been in situations where people wanted to medicate really little kids, like 3 and
Mhm.
4 on ADHD medicine, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I just feel like medicine is pushed a lot. A lot of times it is needed, but I just feel like I'm just not
Sure.
on the. I don't think the dad's wrong at the moment, per
Okay.
se.
I will say I do think so.
Okay.
So like us right, not wrong altogether. Wrong with making it like the mom's just like you can play video games
Mm-hmm.
and go running with me instead of having your strict
Yeah.
you are outed. Because I think of the dads, he's like you get this food and you exercise.
Yeah.
These other kids can eat whatever they want and do
Yeah.
whatever they want.
No, I'm
That's how
saying
I
I
understood
just
that.
I don't think he's wrong in taking the route he did. I think it probably is too strict. I think the mom should have also tried to discuss with the dad to meet in the middle and not just have it be
Mhm.
opposites. Because I was like, is he overkilling it? Probably. I don't think it's in bad intention. I'm sure he researched like how to help ADHD, and it was like
Right.
diet and exercise, and he's like,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. He's
100%.
like, all right.
We can do that. So,
Yes.
anyways, sorry.
Agreed. Never apologize to me.
That's right. It's my opinion. Argue with yourself.
Never apologize to me. uh, his grades got really awful and he started getting into some kind of minor legal trouble.
Oh.
And when he was 13, his doctor and my mom started saying he needed to go on meds because my dad's therapies weren't working. My dad refused to give legal permission for this and said it was just my brother being lazy and my mom sabotaging his treatment by not sticking with it so that she could be the cool parent. When my sister was 16, the next year, she was also diagnosed with ADHD. My dad said she was misdiagnosed and was just looking for attention and wouldn't give permission for her to take meds either. Around then, my mom took it to court and tried to overrule him for both my brother and my sister. The judge didn't allow that, but did let them live with mom full time. They both stopped talking to him when they turned 18.
Okay.
I always had a good. Yes, let's pause.
So,
Or.
I feel like if it got worse with the 10-year-old to start,
Mhm.
I don't, yeah, at that point, if he is like, I'm not able to function in these ways, absolutely. Start going down that
Mhm.
path. The regimen,
Yeah.
not
3
working.
years.
Yeah, that's a long
3
time to
years of
try.
doing the same thing. Yes, I agree.
But it also, the dad's losing me because it sounds like he doesn't buy into real things.
Yes.
I don't know
Like,
where to put, I don't know what ADHD is considering. Like a learning disability almost?
sure, it's a diagnosis.
But that's what I mean. Like, I don't know
Yes,
where
or
to
just like
categorize.
mental. Sure, sure. But yeah, that just sounds like he doesn't believe
Yeah.
mental health things.
Yeah, and that's
And
where you
that,
lose me.
yes, and that it's not just being lazy and the mom trying to be the cool parent. It's actually something in your brain that's chemically imbalanced.
Yep.
And at some point, after 3 years of trying to do certain things, it might be a decent time. Also, I don't think a doctor would diagnose a 16-year-old girl, first of all,
Correct.
with ADHD, and just because she wanted attention. Just gotta throw that out.
I need to know why the parents got divorced. I want to know how messy it was because it kind of sounds like
Me too.
there's a issue with the parents,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's more of a fight about how to parent the children than it is necessarily maybe about the ADHD. Is just my assumption.
Uh-huh. No, I'm going to be very vague. You know exactly whose friend and friend's brother's dad who got divorced, and definitely the ex-wife is the fun parent. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Uh, 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 messaged me yesterday.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
this morning.
Yep.
That is, that is the epitome. That's who I'm thinking of. Like, they just didn't mesh well.
Yeah.
And he was terrible. Now, I'm not saying this dad is that terrible, but like, that's the vibe. Is she's like, I don't know, we'll figure out something. And the dad's like, actually, I don't believe in mental health.
Yeah.
I actually don't believe
Stop
in
trying
that
to be
at
the
all.
cool parent. She's like, I'm actually gonna take care of this, and like we're gonna figure this out together. And he's like, you just want the kids to like you, and it's like maybe they like her for a reason. I don't know. Going out on a limb.
Hey, I don't know, man. Okay. I've always had a good relationship with all my family. When both my siblings turned 18, they started taking meds and their lives really picked up.
Good.
My brother went from community college and probation to a good state school to a near Ivy League grad program. My sister went to a great school and has a business that she's doing really well. My dad caught it over the summer. Okay.
He caught the ADHD.
My dad caught it. I reread it to make sure that this was did.
He got the ADHD and now he's confused.
I think and now he's like, oh man, this really
I do believe you.
Thing.
It's not just for attention.
I believe you. I think it's like he caught on. that they were doing well.
Okay, yep, that makes way
Caught
more
on
sense.
instead of it. Okay. My dad caught on over the summer and since then has been pestering me to help him reconcile with my siblings. He's called them a couple times, but since he won't apologize for not letting them take their meds as kids/teenagers, they don't want to hear it. He wants me to show them that he made the right choice for their health and that everything they've accomplished is because he saved them from dangerous drugs when their brains were still growing. He says that since my mom sabotaged his relationships with them, it's her fault they're not speaking, and he deserves second chance. For months, it's all I hear when we talk, and now he started texting me about it too. What a wild
Hypothetically,
person.
here's what they should do.
Yes.
They take their dad, they go on a walk. All right, it's a nice time. They're wanting to get a nice view of the city. What's this?
Mm-hmm.
There's stairs. Uh-oh, they
What?
push him down the
Oh.
stairs.
Oh, oopsies.
Oops.
Hey,
So,
well, we don't believe in meds, so
sorry, Dad.
you just diet and exercise, and you'll be fine after you hit the bottom. God, he sucks.
He sucks.
I'm glad we had this opinion at the beginning.
I
finally snapped. I wasn't. I thought he sucked.
I was like, I'm all
but
about a natural path. I'm about like trying what you
I
can
am
do,
too.
but then also being reasonable. But then it's also like you can't hate your ex-wife they have kids with.
No, you sure
Sorry.
can't. I finally snapped and told him he was in the wrong then, and he's in the wrong now for being so stubborn. His beliefs made my siblings' teen years pretty miserable, and I don't think he deserves a second chance just because he's their dad. I love him, but this is his own fault, and I won't be the middleman. Yep.
You don't
Just
need
because you're the
advice.
dad doesn't mean anything.
You
You don't need
advice.
it. Nope.
Yeah, you got it.
Nope. Sure don't. You did it, and you're not the asshole. There's nothing in this that made me think that person was the asshole ever.
Nope.
You're perfect in all ways.
Boo to your dad. I'm all about natural ways to try to help with health issues.
Me too.
You got to be reasonable though. You got to know when to call it. You got to know when to go back to your doctor and be like, "Hey, I've tried." You know, because they do try to cure everything with diet and exercise. We tried it. It didn't fix the ADHD.
Yep.
What now?
Yep. Well, and at some point, it's the kid's decision.
Yeah.
Not at all points, but like clearly that child was not being asked their opinion.
No. The dad's a weirdo.
So
I would go rate all of his.
Dad's a weirdo.
You better be like, you better not be on any medicine. I don't believe in it.
Nope.
You got high blood pressure?
Yes.
Not anymore. Diet and exercise.
Not anymore. Diet and exercise. Absolutely. Yeah. No, that dad sucked.
I mean, thank God that other kid didn't have ADHD. Who knows what the dad would have felt?
That's
He would
what
have been
I'm
confused.
saying.
He would have had no one to talk to.
No, he would have been so busy exercising that he wouldn't have been able to write that post.
Has the dad ever heard of like boot camp? He would do great in boot camp.
He would wonderful
love
in
to run boot camp. He would do so good. He should get into Pilates. A Pilates dad. Yeah. Wow.
Wow, really just taking direction and giving direction and people just doing that. Yeah. No, that dad super sucked actually.
Boo to that dad. Okay.
Yeah, no, ew, yucky.
No, we hate him. So this one's super long.
Hate him.
But on a positive, it's adults.
Yeah. Yay!
So now we can give like opinions that are actually like we don't have to be like back in my day because these are closer to our age.
Day.
Still a little youngish, not that young though.
That's okay.
Brains developed.
Perfect.
Okay, this is from a boy's perspective as well. The past two were girls.
Yes, mine were boys.
I think I had two girls before this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should I, 28 male, give my ex, 26 female, a second chance? Adults. Yay! Okay.
Yay!
Hi, all. For context, I, 28 male, broke up with my girlfriend. We already told you her age. About 5 months ago. Mm-hmm. We had been together for 2.5 years, part of which were long distance. Okay. I really loved her and our time together. They were genuinely the best years of my life. We had, 2.5 years. Okay, so they were 23. No, he was 26. Okay, I can do math. I just was wanting to know, 2.5 years. Like, I'm trying to think, I'm like, when this all went down. Okay, doesn't matter. It wasn't that long ago. Anyways, best years of my life. We had a lot of great experiences, but I definitely had doubts about our future together. She's a great person who has many great qualities, but there were some elements of our relationship that made me doubt our long-term potential. I felt like she was impatient, sometimes snapping at me about insignificant things. Okay. I don't want to immediately be like, you probably deserved it, but
Yeah. Okay, so what'd you do?
yeah, literally.
Okay,
Sorry.
so what did you do before for her to snap at you about these things?
Yeah, I just have a hard time just because I just feel like I don't know. I know what's considered snapping.
Right. Snippy? Was
Yep.
she snippy about things, or did she like
Yeah.
Roger? Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know what was the actual vibe? Because
Yeah.
was she like, hey, can you
Hey,
pick your
please
socks
stop.
up off that?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, can you actually pick up those socks?
Yeah.
Hey, Raj, I need you to get your ass up and go pick up the socks right now. Like, what is the vibe actually?
Yeah.
I need to
Or
know.
was it simply a what?
What? Yeah.
Because
Ooh, yeah.
not to discredit this man, but snapping, you lose me. Sorry.
Yeah, snapping's big. Snapping's big to me.
Okay. Sorry. We're on the same page.
Yes.
And insignificant. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
how often did you not put your clothes in the laundry? Come on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I also felt like some of her behaviors could be attention seeking and not appropriate for someone in a relationship. I don't believe I was a controlling boyfriend. You were.
Yep.
I'm already going to say it.
Hey,
Sorry.
I think you were.
Sorry. But of course I had boundaries.
Oh, wait, should we go into this? Should we go into this as two lawyers who, like, I'll be on his side and, like, really think that, okay,
So
you're
you're gonna be less biased.
I'll be on his team.
Okay.
She was really snappy.
Uh-huh.
And
Inappropriate
he
for
was
a
not a
relationship.
controlling.
No.
Yeah, she's
She was
so
an attention
inappropriate
seeker and he has boundaries. Okay, that's your side.
Okay.
I'm already laughing at him
Yes.
because I'm like, I'm reading through the lines. Like between the lines,
Yes.
if you
Please.
have to say I don't feel like I'm controlling.
Yes. Hey.
Sorry,
Yep.
I'm being a jerk. I'm not even open mind. I'm like, let's read the boys, and I'm immediately like,
No.
okay.
No, but what'd you do?
Yeah, what's your problem? Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Again, argue with yourself.
Literally,
Done.
y'all can watch this and think we're nuts, and that's fine with me.
Okay. There was one situation where I was uncomfortable with something she posted, and I made it clear that she can do what she wants, but I won't stay in a relationship where I feel uncomfortable with my partner's social media posts. Please give context.
What does that mean?
What did she put?
Did she show her whole a-hole?
Right.
Was she on there showing hole?
Male lawyer?
Like, yes. Yes. Well, I think she went on and that was what she was doing. He was just uncomfortable by it.
Yeah, because I need context. If she's posting pictures nude or in her undies, 100%.
Yes,
maybe,
absolutely.
depending. But like, you can't just say she made posts and you're uncomfortable. I need to know what the posts were. No. I have no context for that.
Yeah.
And I can't be on your side.
Or did she go out on a girls' trip and they're in a bikini?
Right.
That's not.
And this is why you're never going to let me be on your side because like you're not giving me anything. So, anyways.
You have to if you're going to put this, put every detail. Give me everything. Screenshots.
There's not too much. Okay. Another time, she became good friends with a guy from her gym. Eventually, he began flirting with her, which she told me about. I'm sorry to keep interrupting. I don't mean to be a man-hater. Guys flirting and what they think is flirting is not the equivalent of what women think is flirting because sometimes women are being nice and men interpret that you like them. How many times have you dealt with where you were just being nice and a guy friend was like, actually, I think I love you?
Too many, actually. Too many. But also the fact that she I'm not a lawyer.
Right. No, that's me okay.
Right now.
Took your hat
tip my hat. The fact that she told him, she doesn't care. If she was being sneaky, she wouldn't have told you.
Yeah.
If she's being inappropriate, she would not have told you.
I need the context of the flirting.
Yes.
Because again, I'm not even saying that to be like mean against men. They just interpret things differently than women do. Hold on one second. My cat's about to go behind my monitor. Sorry. Don't mind that.
Nope, all good.
She just will destroy everything.
No, sure. Well, you know. But also, yeah, did she just tell him like, oh, he helped me put weights on, and he was like,
I know. See, it's so hard to be the lawyer.
like,
I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know how you could.
I'm not me. I'm not me right now. I'll put it back on a little bit,
I
but like,
couldn't. Like, I just like, and I'm not. I'm trying to look at it as like, our viewpoints are going to be different than theirs.
right, yes. But so right now, lawyer has back on like, oh, and but it didn't say that she was flirting with him. It's
Nope.
he was flirting with her. So right now it's just like, and she's getting other people's attention. She's
Yeah,
asking for
she's hot.
attention, and clearly she's getting it. Yeah, you have a hot girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, like.
Hey, bro, you have a hot girlfriend. Like, why are you worried? She's with you. That's something I never understand. Is when dudes, specifically, women can do it too, but like when dudes are like, who you dressed up for? Why are you going out dressed up? It's like, hey, I'm coming home to you, you weirdo. I'm hot and I'm coming home to you.
Also, men have no
So
boundaries. They will approach women who they see out with men. They will be like, he's not with her anymore. I'm going to go take my shot. Men are dogs. Some men. Please keep listening.
some men, all men, but also only some.
So I'm not trying to be on this guy, but okay. Anyways, sorry. I'll try to get through this part before, because he has multiple sections. He has multiple. So anyways.
Okay. Okay.
He began flirting with her. She told me about. I didn't blame her because she wasn't flirting with him, but did feel that she needed to accept some responsibility for their situation, which she was really having a hard time doing. I want to get through it. No. She needs to accept responsibility that he flirted with her, but what was she supposed to do?
What was she do?
In his mind.
Hey, this is a guy who thinks what women wear.
Because, okay, here's the thing. In his mind, she could have been like, don't flirt with me. I have a man. Men are crazy. Women get killed for rejecting men.
Yes, they do.
So,
yes, they do.
Boo to that man again. Sorry. We will get, this is a sentence at a time. Okay.
No, all good.
Okay. Ultimately, we talked through these things and had trust in each other. To be clear, I know I certainly was not a perfect boyfriend. I could have been better in many ways. And the goal of this post is not to insult my ex. She really was an excellent partner in many ways. Our relationship was not perfect, but trust was never an issue. There was no history of lying in a relationship. We always had full access to each other's phone, and I never caught her lying to me prior to this. Now it's a section labeled What Happened. He's so dramatic.
The sections.
Yeah. We have a What Happened, a recently. Oh my God. And then he has a whole section where he has questions. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to pick a novel.
No, that's okay. And I want to answer every question he has.
So far, on a positive, I don't want to jinx us, but no one is having major issues. Yay!
It's true. The next and this is where it took a dark
and this is where I got really into drugs, actually.
Yeah, and here's where I went down the
So far, spiral. I am anti this man. Everything he says, he's wrong. I don't think it should. I give her a chance. Should she give me a chance?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So here's where maybe we'll change our mind. We were living together for most of the year until I had to go back home for a month or so. One night, a few weeks ago, after being apart again, she went to dinner with her mom. Later that night, I was texting her to ask how it went, but didn't get any responses, which is unlike her. She's at dinner. Sorry, I don't have the full context. She's at dinner with her mom.
Literally. Or just got done with like maybe a bad dinner.
Yeah, maybe.
With her mom. Yeah. She needs a second.
I think we're about to go downhill, but we'll see. She forgot that she shared her location with me while we were on a vacation, so I saw that around midnight she went to another outdoor restaurant park area after the restaurant with her mom. We eventually talked when she got back home, and she told me that they had a good time at the restaurant, but didn't say anything about going to the second place I saw her on the map. I thought it was weird, but didn't say anything until we talked the next day. She again said that they only went to the first restaurant. I knew she was lying to me, and I confronted her why she went to the second place and who she was with. She denied it again, but realized I saw her on the map. She confessed that she went out with two guys who she used to work with. She said they got a drink at the bar area. One of the guys had to leave. But then she and the remaining guy walked around and talked in the park for 30 to 40 minutes before he drove her home. She said that absolutely nothing else happened between them and that she would never cheat on me. She said that she lied to me because she didn't want to have a fight with me about this situation. Bro, you were mad at her about a guy flirting with her.
It's true.
Is she in the wrong? Probably, yeah. But
Sure.
you set up this bad, untrusting relationship, first off.
I agree.
So, she also said that the guy she was with had a girl he was somewhat seeing, not dating, so nothing would have happened between them regardless. She said that she knew it was wrong to lie,
Hey.
but did not think the situation would be something serious enough to end our relationship over. I ended the relationship because of the lying, and the situation was too shady for me to not to think about it more than a casual hangout. It seemed more like a date to me. The time, location, lies, plus the fact that she had never mentioned these friends before this situation, all made it very difficult for me to look past it. Ultimately, even if nothing happened, I felt like it was a huge disrespect to me in our relationship. So, not that I care about anyone else's opinions, because again, this is our opinions. Was her
Yes.
behavior shady? 100%.
Sure.
Do
Yeah.
I think this guy still sucks and is weirdly untrusting and I think he sucks? Yes.
Yes.
Should she have lied? No, but
Like,
it would have thought, yeah.
yeah, and like he's like, well, I didn't even know about these guys before. Why would she tell you?
Literally, the last guy, she was like, hey, I met a friend at the gym. Well, he was flirting with you and you did the wrong
Yeah,
thing.
and you have to apologize. Yeah,
Like, he
this has
seems
having a hard
awful.
time staying on. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, and I don't know, maybe I'm
That's tough.
insane. They've been together 2.5 years and they were not already sharing location. They live together and don't
Um,
share location.
I didn't. I don't really know about sharing locations with people.
Okay.
That's just me.
So I guess it depends on the context of why you're doing it. I share with my partner
Yeah,
because the only time I look is like if he's like, hey, I'm driving home. And if it's
sure.
like, hey, I know he should be home in this amount of time and it's not, I'm gonna see where he's at. Is he okay?
Right.
Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like and he says they have passwords to each other's phones or like I need more context
Like
in
to me,
general.
that's a
Are you
location share on its own.
mm-hmm.
I can see.
Yeah.
But having each other's passwords to your phone and like to me, I'm like, y'all are really in each other's.
Yeah.
That's just not something that I am comfortable with. But again, I'm not in a relationship. Like I don't have that. But like even sharing my location with certain people, I'm like, this is purely only for emergencies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't.
Okay, so so we do have each other's passwords for the sake of times where it's like, hey, will you text so and so for me? Or like, will you check
Sure.
that? We've had them set up for a while, but it's never been in the way of like, you can go through my phone. It's just more so like, hey, I need you
Gotcha.
to do this thing. Here's my password. Unlock it. Whatever. Um,
Yeah.
but I need context as to where they've landed on these things. What was the conversation leading to you
Yeah.
guys doing these things? Him being like, I have it
Right.
because we were on a
The intention
vacation
behind.
is kind of
Yep.
weird to me.
Well, and you having it because of vacation and then she forgot. So like I don't know if she has yours anymore.
And that's where I don't like it because then it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
Again,
little
these are
sneaky.
people living together. Like
Yeah.
I just feel like you have to acknowledge that that is a different layer of relationship than just casually dating. I don't it doesn't feel like they're in a
Yeah.
long-term relationship.
No.
So, are you ready for recently?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess where do you land right now? As you
Right
and then
now,
yeah.
I think that her going out, if that was her going out with friends when he was out of town, I think she may have either like it was absolutely everything was innocent, everything like they were just going out, or she was already in a place where she was doing that because she was mentally already done.
Yep. Yeah. I
That's my
don't think her
opinion.
actions right. I think what she did was
Yes.
very shady, but in general
Hmm.
this relationship does not seem to be good. I feel like
No.
I'm just projecting these things. I feel like she's
No, it's
probably
fine.
walking on eggshells with this guy because yeah, the
I
need
do
to
too.
be like I can't imagine because my guess is because she's like, well, he's not going to want me to go out with these two guys. Like, friends or not,
Right.
innocent or not, the lying was weird. I think it would have been simple just to be like, hey, I'm going to go out with Joe and Nick, not Kevin, though.
Hmm. Yeah.
Kevin's married.
Sorry, Kevin.
Sorry,
Right.
Kevin.
Got
I
the wife and
think,
kids.
like, I think if she would have said that and then let him throw a baby fit like he was going to, then she wouldn't have been in the wrong.
Right.
So then I'm like, were you
I
with the
think.
mom?
I see. I think that the mom thing might be real, but going out after and not saying anything, I don't think is
Yeah.
without the location. I don't necessarily think that's. Hmm. I don't know how I feel about it. Because if a friend did this, I'd be like, oh girl, like I know you're just friends, but you probably should have told them.
Literally. Yeah.
So, but him finding out and then bringing it up, like you have to own up. Don't
You
lie,
got, yeah,
because
lying was
clearly,
worse.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be real honest. This guy doesn't seem like the kind who he just casually ask where you went the next, or he's asking you constantly. It's because he knows.
Yep.
So
He still sucks in my book.
that's
She's in the wrong as well.
mhm,
Probably good that he
yes.
broke up with her. They need to get away from each other, personally.
Sure. Honestly, this may be one of those things where it's like, hey, she was giving him an out.
Yeah, honestly.
She was
I like
giving
it.
him a reason.
Yeah.
So I'm on board if that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah.
If she's like, hey, actually, yeah, I lied.
Yeah.
I did lie about this, and so it was a way for him to break up with her, so she didn't have to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I can recommend that to everyone, but I do think that's fine.
Right. Okay, so since I ended the relationship, she has periodically reached out to me expressing that she is so sorry and wants another chance. Girl, stand up. But things were too emotional in the beginning to have any real conversations. I wasn't interested in talking or reconciling with her. More recently, it was clear that we were both in a much better place to talk about things. She's taken ownership for the situation and feels horrible about lying to me and making me doubt her. She admits it was a stupid thing to do. She says that at the time she didn't see it as something so seriously, but deeply regrets it. She told me that she wants another chance to show me that I can trust her again. Some other factors about the situation that she told me recently. It was just one guy that night, not two. This was a detail she lied to me about 4 months ago to make this situation seem less serious. Obviously, this hurt me a lot to find out, but it wasn't a lie that she repeated beyond the first night we talked about everything / broke up. She confessed to me this to me recently. She told me that her and the guy met up one other time in a month after we had already broken up. She said that they walked around our neighborhood and talked, but nothing more. She said it was mainly because she felt like he was one of the few people she could talk to openly about the situation. She also admitted to me that while the first time she felt like he was only a friend, the second time she might have been open to being more than friends if he wasn't seeing someone else. She says she felt like this because she was sad and lonely. While I understand that we were not together at this point, this just hurts me because it makes me doubt the just friends story of the first time they were not together. She also said that at one point here, he even offered to say something to me that nothing happened between them. After this, she said that she eventually just ignored him in their messages and nothing else ever happened. Um, I felt like I needed to know everything possible about this situation, so I requested that she send me all of their messages. She told me and showed me that she deleted everything between them.
Well, that's nuts. I don't like that. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Keep going.
She deleted everything between them. I can't ignore that this looks very bad for her. However, she said that she felt awful about everything and was reminded every time she saw the messages, so she deleted them months ago. I asked her to reach out to the guy to have him send them to me. She did, and he responded saying, "That's great that you want to get back with your ex, but I don't want anything to do with this situation. Don't ask me for our chats. Don't involve me in this at all." Yeah. He also said
Yes.
something about not wanting me to reach out to him. She sent me the screenshot of this message from him. It was strange to me and did not look good for her as to why he would respond like that. But maybe he felt disrespected by her not responding to him. I obviously didn't feel any closure from this like I was hoping. He is not involved in your weird little game.
Yep. Nope. He just doesn't want to be a part of this actually, because y'all are being weird. You want He wants her to get a hold of him to screenshot their. Now I know that recently we said, hey, we need screenshots.
Right.
However, this is different. She deleted it because she doesn't want the information and she doesn't want to give it to you.
Also, okay. I understand when someone wrongs you, having the, like, you want the details or whatever. At the same time, you need to decide, are you going to forgive them or not?
Yep.
You got to either,
Exactly.
like, she told you what there is. You can choose to trust her or leave her alone. You do not need, like,
Exactly.
she doesn't need to prove anything. And
No,
before
because
anyone,
then the second that he broke up with her, she's allowed to do whatever she wants. He doesn't get to see the messages of as soon as he broke up with her. I know that we were on board, like definitely break up, but like the second you break up with someone, those messages after that, not your business.
well, and at the time, and that's the thing too that I think that sometimes guys misinterpret is him saying that he doesn't believe the just friends thing. For the time that she went out with him, she probably only saw him as just friends because she was in a relationship.
Yep.
That is very possible for women
Right.
to not have feelings and then to be like, actually, now that I'm single, I do see you this way.
Yep. Or just respect the fact that I'm in a relationship, so I'm not going to look at this person
Yeah.
that way. And then the second you're single, be like, okay.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
fine. You can be both.
Yep.
Both things can be true.
Yes.
Oh, no. I was on board for like a second.
Yeah.
And I
And girl,
unboarded.
you obviously don't need to go through this with him. You don't have to go through this. You can find
Nope.
someone else. Because the asking for going to the other man is starting to lean into weird controlling boyfriend, and that's where I'm like,
Yeah.
everything you said about you not being controlling, I don't believe. I didn't believe it at the time.
Don't
I still
believe
don't
it.
believe.
Nope. Absolutely not. What a terrible toxic relationship that is.
Yep. So it's not done.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah, we have questions.
Well, we're not even done with the relevant. I think most of this stuff looks bad for her and makes me doubt her story, but on the other hand, she's willingly telling me and showing me these things despite how it may look for her. We've had many long conversations recently about boundaries / relationship expectations if we were to go forward. She's made it very clear that she feels horrible for her actions and put me through the situation. She's asking me for a chance to show me through her actions that I can trust her again. For what it's worth here, she really has shown me how much she cares about me and what she's willing to do to make me feel comfortable and happy if we continue the relationship. I absolutely see that many aspects of this story are very shady. Initial lying, deleting messages, etc. But I also do accept the possibility that the story she's telling me now is the truth. I doubt anything physical ever happened, but I can't take someone back if they were sneaking around with someone they had a crush on behind my back. However, she didn't have a crush on him. She didn't say that.
Nope.
However, if there's a chance that Shirley did only see this as a casual meetup with a friend and lied to me because she didn't want to argue, I would still be very hurt and need time to regain trust in her. But I would want to try again.
Dude, don't get back together.
No, leave her alone.
Then don't get back together.
I'm writing this because after months of being broken up, she's still asking for another chance, which has taken away some of the doubts I had about everything that's happened.
We need to go find her, pick her up, take her to Texas Roadhouse, and really just, oh my God, us and Freya,
Freya
we'll go get her.
Okay.
She would be on the phone immediately.
I can't wait for these questions. I can't wait. I haven't looked
Me
at them.
neither, sorry.
Okay, so he says, my questions. He also has a too long didn't read. Okay. So anyways, obviously words and promises don't mean anything in a situation like this. Changed actions over time do. A big part of me feels like trying again would be stupid given what's happened. But I think another part of me would always regret and wonder if I didn't give her a second chance. I do really care about her a lot. I wouldn't be here if I didn't, and I have to wonder what I might be giving up. Question 1. Is this a...
Oh, that wasn't even the question.
Nope, that was just
got
the
it.
preface
Okay.
to the... Okay.
All right. Okay.
Question 1. Is this a one-time lapse of judgment that won't happen again, or a character trait that I'd be setting myself up to deal with again in the future? Why are you asking, Reddit?
Do you want me to tell you the answer? Literally, here's the answer. I have 2 answers. One that I would give him, and one that I actually feel. My answer to him is like, nope, not a one-time thing. She's going to do it all the time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just back together. My real is...
Oh, 1 second. 1 second. It's cutting out again.
Oh, it is.
Okay, now you're back. So what's your answer to him?
My answer to him was, she's going to do it again.
Yeah.
So don't get back together.
Okay.
My real answer is, I think that, well, I guess this is also, my answer to him as a immature man boy who won't actually hear what I'm saying. That was my first answer, was that it's going to happen again. Don't do it. My real answer is, this was a bad relationship, and I do think that it was probably a one-time thing, but I think that it was because she felt uh, overwhelmed. I think she felt like you were watching her and that you were out of town, so she got to have a free moment and she took it. And that doesn't mean that it will happen again, but you both of you, what she did was not great. It could just be a one-time thing, but I think that ultimately you were also the problem.
So my first response, we don't know this woman. Why can we can't answer this for you.
Right.
Also, you've not
Right.
stacked up anything that leads me to believe that she is a bad person. You have implied a lot of things about her based on your weird, almost incel brain, is what I'm going to call it, because
Same.
what you say doesn't make sense, and that's not how women think. So, based on your question, get off Reddit.
Yeah,
We
hey, how
can't
about
tell
you
you
go
this.
talk to her about it?
We don't know her. Okay.
Right.
Next question. Is it possible we just don't have the same values / aren't a good match for each other? Is it worth to try again to find out for sure? Get off the internet.
Get off the internet.
Different values? She didn't do anything. She lied to you, yeah. But she explained everything. Like, you act like she killed someone.
But also, again, she keeps telling you the truth and you get mad at her.
You're just like, well, I don't like the answer either way. Because you
So
even
then,
said, even
right.
if she would have, like, even if this, I still would have been upset. So she couldn't win.
Right. So she was good. Yeah. No, there was no good answer. No, I think I want to just swoop in and pick her up and just like thunk this guy in the forehead. Like
Yeah.
I want to push him on the ground.
He is 28. He's 28. Just a reminder.
You. Oh no.
He's 28. She's 26.
Yeah, I think that. Nope, I don't like that.
Nope.
I don't. I can't give a
A
full opinion of a man
28-year-old
I
is
don't
out
know.
here asking dating advice like this.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's right, what is the best way to move forward? How can I move past this? Go leave her alone.
Literally, go find someone else. If you're going to have, my opinion, this took many years to figure out. If it's going to take you so long to gain trust and get back into that relationship, you might as well do it with someone else. Because in this, he is only going to have that in the back of his head that she did it. So just go be with someone else.
And you
It's going
know,
to take the same amount of time.
you can be upset, but you know, at least for me, I knew when I have been wronged whether I was going to forgive that person and move on with it. Whether it was something worth that I was willing to get over. You know, in that moment, the fact that you're fighting this, you're not going to forgive her. Save both of you some time, move on.
Move on.
You have taken something and blown it so out of proportion. Yes, what she did was wrong. But this is insane. She owned up to it after. She did lie the night of. She's like proven to you. She's tried her best. You've gone, well, either forgive her or don't.
Right.
Simple.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay. Has anyone been in a similar situation? What did you decide to do and what happened? Interested to hear all thoughts and opinions on the situation. What decision would be great? So, his too long didn't read. Ex-girlfriend lied to me about a night out with another guy. Claims it was just a friend and that nothing happened. I broke up with her. Months later, she's still reaching out to me asking for a second chance. That's not a too long didn't read. I'm also a controlling maniac who has low self-esteem. Sorry.
Correct.
There's only one comment.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, and it's only him responding because it deleted.
Oh.
So his OP responds to this person, and all they say is, "Hey, really appreciate the comment. Definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying. Also, I was just meaning that whenever there was a reason for one of us had to use the other's phone, there was never any hesitation or response not to. So I was never led to believe we hid things from each other, not like we were doing surprise phone inspections on each other, lol. Since we've talked recently, it does seem like we're in agreement on relationship boundaries / values, but honestly, what you're saying might be right, that maybe it's not worth to move past all this." All of what? I'm gonna go look up his account
Yeah,
and see if he's posting other places.
please. But also the whole like, has anyone else been through this? Probably a lot of people. And you know what the results of all those are? Completely different.
He's commenting on relationship advice post about cheating and stuff. It doesn't matter whether you define it as cheating when it comes to something that's not acceptable in a relationship. It's a deal breaker. You'll feel much better when you leave her. I gotta go know what this is about. Sorry, I've derailed. We can
Please,
touch on
no,
that
no,
one.
no,
Okay, so this one he
no.
commented on where he says that is this cheating? I need help. He's in surviving infidelity. This is the subreddit that he's like, commenting on. He thinks he survived infidelity. I can't.
He
I'm being such a
survived
jerk.
it.
You know,
What a survivor. I'm a survivor.
I don't want to
That's
discredit
him.
someone's feelings. All feelings are valid, but this man sucks. Anyways, again, argue with yourself.
I'll invalidate them.
Yeah.
He sucks and he's controlling and he's an a-hole.
Okay, so we got to the point of I love you and family future plans. First time she went up to use the bathroom at our favorite spot, this guy I never heard of popped up with a message. I saw his message bubble pop up, shared selfies, complimented each other's looks. She asked me to meet up for food, in which he replied, "Don't you have a boyfriend?" Her statement was, "It doesn't matter, we can be friends." No. Okay, you know what? And this time he's right. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry to that man. I gotta go look for his other comments because oh my god. Okay, we have to go find this one. Okay, because he comments saying, "I have a similar situation." So this is in the Reddit infidelity.
Oh god, okay.
It's everywhere. Okay. The too long didn't read because it is a mile long. Is girlfriend got really drunk and flirty with two coworkers, and I feel like I might have made a mistake by giving her another chance. How should I proceed? Okay, so we don't have to go through the whole one.
So this is basically his story. This is exactly what he went through.
Okay, so this original guy's post, the one we're making fun of. Hey, OP, I actually had a shockingly similar... I don't know why I'm acting like he's so cringy. I just can't help it. Hey, OP. Hey, brother in war.
Hey, brother.
I understand.
They kissed on the mouth.
Okay. Obviously, there are some differences in our stories, but overall, we were in the same position to make that choice. I ultimately decided that I needed to leave because I felt like I didn't trust my ex or her judgment. For me, it came down to considering whether or not this thing that happened was really a one-time lapse of judgment or something in her character that I was lucky enough to catch. I think you need to ask yourself about her. Do you feel that she respects your relationship / boundaries? He just learned the word boundaries.
He did.
Do you think she is a honest person with good character who you see yourself marrying one day? If you really believe in her character, you have a reason to give her an opportunity. If you doubt her character, it might be better to let her go and save yourself more pain here. What do you think? I want to go downvote everything he posts.
I do too. You want to give her that opportunity. For what? Opportunity for what?
Leave women alone.
Please, can men like this just just wear that on their forehead?
He's on iFunny. I know he is.
Just
because
unironically.
I'm on there looking at memes. The men in the chat, crazy.
Yep.
Now I have to kind of know what happened.
We just sit here like this for the next 30 minutes. Like everything about him.
I'm wanting to know the context really quick because I just want to know. He shared location. She was at the bar. Text her again. This guy doesn't sound as insane. I noticed that she has taken a different route home. Blah blah blah. She parks nearby. But I was concerned about her well-being. Okay, she was on the park bench with another coworker, not the guy she told me about. She has her leg on his lap slightly. When I walk over, she moves her leg quickly and I say hi. My girlfriend's really drunk.
He showed up.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was outside the apartment building sitting on a bench with this other man.
Okay, now I will say that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's wild to do.
He was watching her, yeah, and then the coworker indicates to me that she drank too much and tells me that he was taking her home. None of our coworkers know that we're actually dating, so I played it off. She's very drunk, blah blah blah. She didn't acknowledge the leg thing and didn't even seem to remember doing it. Again, I
And
need
she may
context.
not have remembered. Yeah, I need context, but also like I will say,
In his
well, no,
lap.
because I used to hold in his lap is a different story.
No.
I
Like
will
the
say
leg
when
was
I
a little
first
bit on his lap is where I'm confused. Sorry, I didn't
like
mean to
was
interrupt
it
you.
crossed?
Right. Or was it just
Was
touching
it
him?
crossed and like her knee was on him? Because
Right.
like that, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Um, but I will say I used to when I was definitely 21 and not underage drinking for the first time. I would hold. I'll say his name because he's no longer here. But I would hold Dee's hand
Mm-hmm.
all the time, and he was definitely in relationships. But like there was just a very everyone knew that we were just friends.
Yeah.
And when I was drunk, I was holding Dee's hand.
Yeah.
That just like everyone just knew. And so it was like that's one thing. But this is a coworker, which a part of me is like, yeah, coworkers are so different, but you and I become friends with coworkers. Not like so
Yeah. And this one
yeah,
is different because
but
she does admit to being attracted to this coworker. She said
mm,
she doesn't have a crush, but she's attracted to him. Um
okay.
he said that she only went there that night because her crush would be there, blah blah blah. She was flirting.
Oh,
Um
that's why she went there that day.
that's his intention. So, nothing like
Okay,
the
okay.
other guys. Nothing like
No,
he didn't
hey,
catch her doing
actually, not
anything.
the same thing. No.
Yeah, because he didn't break up with her because he said she didn't remember the leg thing the next day and she immediately apologized for being flirty because he said she gets really drunk.
Hmm.
This guy did not. He didn't go panicking. He just kind of was like, I was tracking her because it just was taking a long time. Like I just was worried about her safety.
Yeah,
He had more of a right to be upset with her in a way, but like
agreed.
this other man booted this man. I was in a similar situation.
Wasn't a very
He's in
similar
all over
situation.
infidelity.
That's wild.
He's in so
When
so
was
many
the post?
that he made.
When was the one that? Yeah.
3 months ago, and since then,
And when is he commenting?
3 months ago.
Okay, so he just got on Reddit one day, and he typed his little heart out in all the different sections, and then went to the infidelity.
So he made a bunch of
Separate.
updates. Um, but yeah, he's just fighting around in infidelity. Was this one I read in
Great.
infidelity? No, it was in our advice. So he
No, it was
posted
in
it in
advice.
infidelity. Oh,
Okay.
he posted it there too.
Okay.
Oh,
Comments? Do people hate her? I assume.
wait. There's a ton of comments on this one. Okay, but infidelity is
Okay.
always going to be okay.
Right. These ones are going to be a little biased, but that's okay.
Yes.
I'm interested in what people think.
I'm gonna assume these are all men. The top comment with 74 upvotes that I see is I will simply say you're supposed to keep moving forward in life and she's an ex for a reason. Wait, he gave different ones. Oh, he gave edits.
Different questions?
No, he has the same ones, but he put edits on this one because he actually got traction. Okay.
Oh.
He has a new section called edit. Okay. Sorry,
Yay,
I
okay,
hate
edit.
this. Okay.
No, I hate this guy.
Okay. Well, everybody, I made my decision.
He made it. He made the decision, everyone. Ding, ding, ding. We have a decision.
Okay. I do believe that she is truly remorseful for doing this and putting me in this position, and I really believe that she wouldn't do this to me again. I really fumbled on that, but that's okay. I don't believe that I was physically cheated on, and I think there's a good chance that she only saw him as a friend, but ultimately, I don't know, and I'm never going to know, and that's why we're not getting back together. I took one, I showed her. Sorry, I'm being so cringy about him, but I'm just reading. Is this not how you picture him doing this?
Incel vibes.
I broke up with her, chaps.
And he also talks like this. Like, actually, I think that. Ooh. Like, no, that's him. That's him. Absolutely is. Or I think of him as like, you know what, guys? I'm in business all day. I'm like doing business stuff all the time, and then I come home and this girl cheats on me. That's so crazy. Like, I think like
he has
business
little
or like
puby mustache.
Yeah,
that's what I picture.
Or he owns a suit, but not both. He's
Yeah.
one or the other.
Hey,
Hello?
stop doing that. Okay. I'm not
Look.
going to take her back because I can't spend every day of my life wondering about what really happened here. And if I'm an idiot who took back someone who cheated on me, I can't do mental gymnastics every day to pretend this situation was more innocent than it seems. Whether you call it cheating, emotionally cheating, micro cheating, whatever, it's not being faithful. And that's all that really matters to me. I'm not going to go back into a relationship where
Mm,
I'm constantly doubting her and her intentions. It's not fair to me and my mental peace, my self respect, but also, in a way, it's not fair to her. She did
oh,
fuck
yeah.
up here. To what extent, I can't be sure, but despite that, I do believe she's a good person who deserves to be happy. He's a theater kid, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm, mm.
I meant when I
Or
said,
he's also one that learned therapy talk and that's what he's
yes,
using.
100%. Yes. I meant when I said that I really don't think she would do this again. She's not a compulsive liar. And she deserves a relationship that isn't fractured like ours is. Okay, self awareness. Okay.
Okay, good.
Obviously,
Please no.
my priority is me and my future, but I also recognize that I wouldn't be the best version of myself in this relationship with this constantly weighing on my mind. I wouldn't be the
Oh
same
my
partner I
gosh.
was to her. Honestly, even if this situation was as innocent as she claims it, my trust in her is broken. I don't trust her on her judgment. Like many people have said here, that's the foundation to a relationship. I want to genuinely thank everyone who commented here, regardless of your advice. I appreciate all of you. Blah 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 blah.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm. Oh,
but I think many people in this sub who have been through that might disagree. Oh wait. A part of me wishes. Sorry, I just blew past because I didn't want the.
no, no, no. I didn't care.
um,
I
I feel
was
like
like, no, he did say blah 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 blah.
no, it felt like it. A part of me wishes that I'd found out something physical happened between them, so I wouldn't have any internal debate about the right decision. But I think many people in this sub who have been through that might disagree, which of course I understand. Regardless of the type of infidelity that brought you here, I'm sorry you're here. No one deserves to feel like this. Lost me.
Sorrows, prayers, thoughts in love, and prayers in love.
I think the
In
silver
in in
lining,
Jesus' name,
I know,
Amen.
amen. I think the silver lining in this is that I've learned a lot about what I want slash need in my future relationships. For whatever it's worth, here's some
Oh,
very obvious advice I've learned from my brief dating history, which everyone in this sub has probably heard 1,000 times. I'm such a charmer. Mm.
oh my God!
I've
But you
dated
haven't heard mine,
so
so like,
many
oh,
women. Take people for
mm-hmm.
who they are. Don't try to change them in any way. Let them do what they want. If you feel that who they are isn't right for you, know when to walk away. You have to believe their actions, not their words. She was a
Mm-hmm.
hoe.
Oh
And you
wow,
can't
she was
trust a
just a big old
hoe.
hoe. Yeah, don't
He
trust
should have
a hoe.
listened to
Never trust a
303.
hoe.
Yeah, that's what I was
Don't trust
thinking.
a hoe. Don't trust me. Yeah,
Like other than this thread
she
have
wants to
said,
touch me. Whoa.
you owe
Sorry.
your partner both
Just kidding.
fidelity and appearance of fidelity. Don't put yourself in a situation like this. Understand that even
Fidelity
if you
Bank.
have good intentions, don't put your partner in a situation where they need to just trust you that nothing happened. I have to say
Oh,
this.
he's again putting it on her.
I should there be times where your partner is out late with someone and lying to you? No. You cannot limit what your person does because
Correct.
that's controlling. I knew
But
someone,
also, yes, please.
very religious relationship, and I hope
Hmm.
they don't listen.
I
He
hope they
was
do.
not, she had a rule. They had rules for each other. They were never to be one on one with someone of the opposite sex. Ever. Car rides, situations like that could never be one on one with someone of the opposite sex. That is not a normal thing.
No, that's not.
That's weird.
I agree.
Like, and this was for normal circumstances. She was like work trips, like school stuff. You cannot be one on one with the person. If you have to set that rule, you need to not be in a relationship with any human alive or dead.
Right.
Anyone.
Right. Yeah. No. Or dead.
Like, that is
No.
not normal behavior. That's controlling.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, I did not know that. That sucks. How are you going to do literally anything?
Do I spend a lot of one on one time with men? No. But do I want to have to?
No.
But being someone who's been in a controlling relationship where you have to be so aware of who you're around, I, like,
Yep.
especially as you get into the workforce, I have to have one-on-one meetings with
Right.
men sometimes. I could imagine having a partner where I'm like, oh, he's not going to like this. Can I have a woman in here
Mhm.
with me? That's insane.
Right. Yes. Like I've been giving my coworker a ride to work because his car broke down,
Yeah.
and we ride to work every day, and it's a great time. And to think that like I may not be able to be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Also, here's my thing. To feel like you're not allowed to do something as an adult, get out of that. To not be allowed to live any part of your life as an adult human, leave, get out of that. And if you're not allowing someone to do something, that what you're talking about where you can't be in, that can't happen, you are not allowing that grown human to do something that just humans do. We all just go hang out with people. That, so it just hit me right there, the like, I felt it in my bones that if I was not allowed to
No.
hang out with my coworker, absolutely not.
And I will caveat
That's
this with, if there is someone in your life, like your partner, where you've met someone and they give you icky vibes, you
sure.
can tell your partner, that person makes me a little uncomfortable. But that's where it lands. That
Yes,
is where it
because
lands.
then that's on your
Yep.
partner to um to decide, like figure out
And you can't say
what
every
they're gonna
woman.
do about it.
Every woman makes me uncomfortable.
Right, right. Like because then it's you have given your thoughts about it.
Yep.
That you hanging out with them makes me uncomfortable. Now that is up to that person
Yep.
to do something or not do something about it, and that tells you
And
all
you
you
need
need to
to
know.
have a reason other than they are a woman and I don't want you to have female friends.
Correct.
It could be,
Correct.
she seems like, I feel like maybe she likes you, or I feel like she doesn't like me. I feel like that
Mhm.
you need to have a reason other than it is someone of the opposite sex, gender,
Yes.
etc. Like,
Yes.
um so okay. Um I've always known that honesty is important, but not to the extent that I do now. When you begin a relationship with someone and you believe they are an honest partner, I feel like you can really get past any challenges together. I can't understand how special that initial trust is. Once that trust is broken in a serious way, you really can't see that person differently despite your best efforts. Overall, I'm happy we could get this resolved without a polygraph and phone hacking. LOL.
Oh, huh? What?
Were you talking
Hey, I'm
polygraph?
really glad we could get past this without putting you into a lie detector, and because, but also that means you're not past it. I fear we could sit here and drag this man really
The
all
comments
night.
are pissing me
Like,
off.
are they?
Cheaters lie and they minimize OP. She's still doing both to you regarding this. She only admitted the things she thinks are minor enough to give her a chance with you. She's withholding what she did because she knows you'd be gone for good if you knew. OP, you know enough to leave her. You guys are projecting.
Yes, but also if this now taking a step back, if this is what he needs to hear to not try again because she
Good.
deserves
Yeah.
better. And maybe like they both deserve to be in happy
Yeah.
relationships. Clearly they're not in it. If this is what he needs to hear to not go back, fine. Do I think they're coming in a terrible way? Yes. But
Yeah.
I won't
Everyone's
be
very
picky in
anti
whatever
her.
advice. Yes. And I knew it would be. It's on the infidelity one.
That's true. That. um. To me, I thought we were on the like a good comment, and I was like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah. But another thing
So
too
people were
is
suggesting a polygraph. a polygraph test. Is what
Interesting.
that is
That's
wild.
wild. That is wild. Also, if you're in a good, healthy relationship, then if she had work friends that she wanted to hang out with outside of work, she would have invited you.
You would have known about him too. Yeah.
You would have known about them. So clearly it wasn't a healthy relationship, whether or not she should have done it, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. If she was comfortable with you, you would have been invited. And now he was out of town,
Yeah.
etc. But like you would have known about them and you would have hung out with them. That's my opinion.
I finally found a good comment. You sound very
Please.
you sound very mature. Or no, damn it! I thought it said immature. No. Okay. Someone said he's very mature.
That's not a good comment.
You're men. Tell her you want
He's
her
28.
phone for the
There's a
day.
difference.
You have a guy who can restore those messages. Let her know this is the only way you'd consider moving forward. Tell her that's step one. So you want him to lie and manipulate her?
Even if it's not a lie, that is manipulation.
Okay. These
no,
have
all
to
these
be
people
all,
sound terrible, actually.
They all, I'm sorry. They all, and I don't mean to be a hater. What are you barking at?
I do.
They all sound like men.
Oh, for sure.
And people are like, she went on a date with the guy after. That's enough for me. Grow up.
Or let that be enough for you.
Yeah.
Don't take her back. Don't consider it. Don't be doing all this on Reddit, asking opinions that you don't want the answers to.
I think the ones that are like, if you can't trust her, move on. Perfect. Great. I agree with that. I just, I don't want the answer. I don't know if we're wrong. I don't think we're wrong. I just think if there were so many, he was so unhealthy throughout it. The way he described the story tells me everything I need to know. He was controlling. If you have to specify, I set boundaries, but I wasn't like controlling. You were controlling. Because you know what non-controlling people do? They don't have to defend themselves and say they weren't controlling because they just weren't.
Nope. Correct. Do I like the way she did things? No. Do I think that she was the asshole in that specific situation? Yes. But overall, also 2.5 years and you still don't know if you can trust each other after little things happen.
And living together. Okay, so this person, let's read this one. I might be the odd one out here, but in a nutshell, I say start slow. No commitment on your end. Like, don't move in together or anything. You just want her to be comfortable enough to gauge if there's a lasting change in her. Her crime, while not smart, was also her trying not to bring unnecessary hurt feelings into it. I think she might see just how damaging that was to you and your relationship, whether you get back with her or not. I hope she has learned and grown from it. If it was the other way, how do you think she would have acted? So here you are at a crossroads. I was in a similar one 39 years ago. We've been married 38 years now. 2 thoughts you must consider. 1, she lied. As far as you know, that's it. You can only speculate if she had sex or not. Do you think you got the truth on why she chose to meet him in the first place? So, in this choice, you did not take her back so you wash your hands of the entire situation like you did 5 months ago. The second choice, a case of better the devil you know. You could go through a string of bad relationships, no better or even worse than the one in front of you now. If you feel she can gain your trust back, then why not? The most you have to lose at this point is your time. Yeah, some people are like, is the law stronger than the broke? These are people who have experience, and you know what? I'm going to lean on them a little bit more.
Yes.
People say they have many red flags. I just like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think he sucks, and I actually think that her coming back to him is like a lapse in judgment, and that he should, if he needs to be the big boy who says no to her, that's fine. But I really hope they don't get back together.
No. These people are insane. It's been so fun to read his, and you know what? I want to follow him. Just to harass him. I just was hoping for one. I just wanted one to be like, okay, someone's like, am I the only one that often deletes messages from people besides my partner? I do. Like, for storage. If a message has been in my inbox from people, or like it has a ton of like
so long ago,
my family, I'll delete those sometimes because we have so many pictures attached to stuff, or if people I don't talk to anymore,
Yeah.
they've been in my
Mm-hmm.
inbox.
Delete the whole thing. Yeah.
This dude
But
is
also,
projecting.
if it was true that like she didn't want to look at them and feel a certain way, I don't delete your messages.
Yeah.
Again, they were not together at that point. So
Yeah.
who cares?
And again, I would just like at a certain point I would just be like, are you like either forgive me or don't. I don't
Yeah.
think it's fair to put me
Yep.
through these tests. Like you know, and like I said, like you know whether you're gonna forgive her or not.
Yes. And he's just stringing her along, in my opinion.
I think so too. I think he likes that she desires him. And you know what? I don't know if you missed it, but
I
he's
do too.
pulling girls all the time. He's had so much
Yeah,
dating
girl.
history.
He had to like give a whole lecture about his dating history and like giving real opinions about all of these things that he's learned. And so like he's really cool about it though, so don't worry.
And he's got his
He's super
brothers in
chill.
arms within the infidelity
Yes.
subreddit.
Amen.
Boo to him. Literally, I
Yeah.
want to. Oh. I just I'm
Ugh,
sorry.
he sucks,
I
dude.
just how is no one else is there not, and maybe we might be the outlier. Is there not
I don't
other
care.
women who read that and was like, you're kind of icky yourself? Yes, what she did
Yeah.
was wrong, but it's also true. You kind of feel like you created an environment of not trusting.
Right. And the answer is he does not know that.
Yep.
Or he doesn't care. But I like to give a little bit of like, I think they just don't know. I think they're just too oblivious to like see
Yeah.
that they're making the situation unhealthy by saying that she's a problem.
This one guy, total spread 5841. Bro, there's no such thing as guys and girls being friends as adults. They're just people of the opposite sex who want to fuck.
Just simply, I don't believe that. I truly don't.
So here's what I'll say on my take on this. For me personally, I choose not to have any straight male friends for the most part. I have people I play games with, straight male single friends. Because
Sure.
in my experience, I do feel like sometimes men have an issue with differentiating between romantic and platonic feelings. So for me personally, I feel like it's been safer for me just to avoid any of those uncomfortable things by not befriending them outside of the normal, or at least I would consider the people I play games with on Thursday to be friends, but they also know me through my partner. So
Sure.
there's no question on. So I don't agree with that though. I do think men and women, all genders can be friends without that underlying need, but I think that is also is a hard thing for men to comprehend in that too.
I do too. I think, but a part of it too that I think is that you aren't taught how to have big feelings as adults.
Yeah.
But like when you think of people who are really close in opposite sex heterosexual relationships, it's those big feelings turn into that passion, that like love, that genuine care turns into sex because that's just like what you're taught. Then that's where I think that's where it ends up, even if that's not really the actual intention behind it. You just truly get along and you're friends and you're like connecting in that way. But that's kind of, we aren't taught how to be friends with the opposite sex as children into adulthood.
Yep.
That's my opinion on that.
Yeah.
Because I have had friends where we were getting really close, of the opposite sex, that we were getting really close and we were just like, oh, like I guess that's the next step.
Right.
And then we did and we're like, that wasn't it actually. Actually that was wrong. Yeah. We have to step back. Like that wasn't, we just have to go this way with it. And so like, now did I become a part of the problem where like, yes, we slept together, sure. But we were just like, that doesn't have to be the next step. We have to figure out a way to just like not have that. So that is my opinion, is we don't know what that actually looks like without that being added. I do think that it is a thing. I do think that people can have that. But it takes a lot of that guy can't.
No, not that man. Not total spread.
You know what I mean? Like, there's certain people who just like they'll never be able to have that because that is all they see.
Yep. They don't value
But
the opposite sex as anything more than that.
yes, agreed.
I'm gonna stand on it. We'll be in our own little opinions of that man sucked already. I don't and
That
like
sucked.
yeah, you either got to take what your partner said at the like at face value or leave them alone.
Or don't. Yep.
Like
And leave it.
you can't project what you think
Move
happened,
on.
and if you can't get over it and you can't believe her,
Bye.
you just also need to not have a hot girlfriend. Because that'll
Yeah, dude, you
alleviate
had
any
a
guy.
hot girlfriend, dude.
Yeah. Alleviate any man talking to her, I guess. Not really. No,
Right.
men will go after
No,
anything
it won't.
sometimes. Literally.
It's true, but I don't even see her, and I know she was hot.
Yeah, she's at the gym.
That's why I'm like, that's
Right, like you're at the gym looking
just
hot.
kidding. Right, like, and a man is talking to you at the gym, you're hot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's where I go where he's a guy in a suit. He's not like a little nerdy boy. He's like a guy in a suit who like, you know, and then he's mad that his hot girlfriend got hit on at the gym. That's where I'm at up here.
Yeah.
Of like picturing the two of them. But yeah, don't have a hot girlfriend. Sorry.
Yeah. This man, I didn't think it'd be so controversial. I'm glad we have that one though. That one was good.
Same. Yep. We had some dark times and left with an asshole.
I only bring dark times.
And he wasn't even on Am I the Asshole?
Nope.
But he was one.
He's on infidelity. All right? And you're not a soldier like him. He's fighting through this right now. All right?
Exactly.
He's sorry we're here reading this.
Survivor.
I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. Light a candle in his honor.
Okay, we are at 2 hours, which is crazy. It doesn't feel like that, but how do you want to sign off on these things? Oh, I guess I should. We're on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not under the name. It's under my channel. Relax, I'm a Girl. You can find us on Spotify though at Oops All Opinions.
Yes. But also we stream.
We do stream Tuesday nights on Kick and
Tuesdays
Twitch.
Around 7-ish.
7
to
7:30 Central Time. Hey, it happens.
Yes, Central Time.
We are adults that make choices.
Yes, and join our chat because we loved the people who were chatting.
Having it. I did love it. So, what do you got to say about this podcast? And if people have an issue with you and your opinions, say it. Hit them with it.
Oh.
Fight with yourself. Argue with yourself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's our opinion. Fight with yourself. Fight in the chat. I do want to. Here's the thing, though. Fight with yourself, but also tell me. Tell me your opinion. It's not going to change mine. Fight with yourself, but also tell me underneath. I need to know why you don't love me.
Keep all your opinions about me to yourself. I don't want them. I don't need them. I'm perfect. And I'm not on Reddit.
I'm going to let you know I can't hear you right now.
Yeah, you froze.
But, okay.
But, we will see you.
Hey, we're back. Sorry.
It quit recording. It's okay. I can pull it down.
Hey. I was about to say, that was good timing, though.
No, it quit recording who knows when. That time that I said, I wonder what that noise was. It was that.
Oh.
I gotta get these to record elsewhere. Although it shouldn't have, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, let me see how long that video was. We'll upload it.
We have viewers in here, and I appreciate you.
I gotta go find out how long.
You make their gods love.
It recorded 8 minutes.